Hello, class. My name is Kevin Becerra, and today we're going to be discussing Chapter 1 from our discussion videos. So this week we're asked to discuss the factors that influence unethical conduct and how it affects performance. Um, so from the actual text, there are 5 different examples of unethical behaviors, um, which would be ill-conceived goals, motivated blindness, indirect blindness, the slippery slope, and overvaluing outcomes. So the first one, ill-conceived goals. The actual description says that it's when you set goals and incentives to promote a desired behavior, but they encourage a negative one. The way I see this one, overall, it is a more negative kind of result, I guess. And the way that this one would affect performance is that it's gonna, create that unethical behavior that you don't want to promote generally. So overall, you're pretty much cheating, to get to your goals. The second one, motivated blindness. It's where you overlook the unethical behavior of another when it's in our interest to remain ignorant. So again, kind of going back to the cheating thing, I guess it would affect performance, because you're pretty much kind of just cheating again just to get to your goal. An example is, let's say you're a coach and you have one of your players cheating, and you kind of just turn away because it's gonna end up affecting I guess your team in a positive way, which would be a win. But overall, it's still a negative. It's a negative way of cheating. You're just kind of turning the other way. Indirect blindness. So this one's where you kind of you hold others less accountable for unethical behavior when it's carried out through third parties. So again, you're kind of just turning the other way, I guess. In this instance, I'd say that it affect performance because it's still promoting cheating, so it's still it's still a negative one as well. The fourth one, which would be the slippery slope, it's where we are less able to see others' unethical behavior when it develops gradually. So I guess over time, there'd be unethical behavior happening over time, and you're not really gonna notice it. The way this one would affect performance, I would say, is that it would build, an unethical way of working, because you are gonna, even though it's not like directly, over time, it is gonna be still bad behavior to learn or kind of set bad habits as well. And then the last one, overvaluing outcomes. So this one is where we give a pass to unethical behavior if the outcome is good. So in other words, I guess this would affect your performance. I'd say this one's kind of mixed, to be honest, because the outcome's still gonna be good, but the way that you achieved it is unethical. So an example could be, let's say you do something, or kind of the way I see it for this one, the example I was thinking of, is kind of, let's say you have an individual, committing like crimes or stealing money, but they're like, they're using the money for a good cause. I think that's the way that I perceive this one. It's where you're turning a negative into a positive, but it's still an overall bad, unethical behavior, but it's just that the outcome is good. Um, but yeah, I'd say all these are, they are all unethical behaviors. Even though like that last one, it does result in good, you're still not gonna want to promote any of these. And yeah, I would say just as a whole, all these unethical conducts, they shouldn't be promoted, even though they do occur often. Um, but I mean, as a whole, you shouldn't really, at least encourage these. And yeah, that's all I have for this week's video. Thank you for your time.